This week, I confess to something illegal. David bursts the seam of his toe. Good Lord, that's disgusting. And we talk about Chloe getting her boobs out in the truck. So, let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Let's do this. Let's do this, people. Fucking hell. I don't know where that voice came from.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. Fuck you. I don't know where it came from, okay?
Oh,
Don't know why I'm feeling aggressive.
Can we start the podcast, please? I got
Why are
things
you
to
so
do.
angry?
I'm
Get on with
coming in. Oh my God. Right. Calm. Fucking shit. Hello. This is Just Another Trucking Podcast. I am your host, Tom, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friends, co-hosts. We have
Hey.
David. Hello, David. How are
Hello.
you doing?
How's it going?
I thought for once I'd start with you. I feel like I always start with Chloe.
Yeah, you
and
do
I
always
feel-
start with me. I was
I-
expecting that. I was like, oh, hang on a minute. This is
Well,
not fair.
I thought I'd throw off like everything. I thought I'd start with something different. If you're wondering why I'm wearing orange, it's because David complains that my t-shirt was too green. And so, as a massive fuck you to him,
Or
I
you'd
thought
look
I'd
like
put
it's
my
a little
on.
orange. If you have the green screen,
And
you
if you're
could be an
listening,
orange in the
you
middle.
won't know the difference.
They can
All the
hear.
orange.
They can hear the orange. The orange
Yeah.
is so loud. They can actually
It's
hear it.
so orange, it's a little bit audible. Audible?
Yeah.
Audible, that's the right word, is it? It's an English word.
It
We
brings
do-
your ginger out quite well.
It does.
Strawberry blonde.
To a T.
Strawberry blonde.
It brings your
Which is,
strawberry blonde out like it's ginger more than it was.
Okay. I'm moving on to Chloe. Hello, Chloe. How are we doing?
Hello. Yes, you right?
Yeah. Have you
Yeah,
got a week?
yeah.
I'll ask you how your week's been. Fuck that guy.
It's
Wow,
okay.
you've let me down
Yeah.
there. Hello. We
Oh,
also have
fuck
a
off.
guest as well.
It's the first time
This
we've
is-
had a guest in such a long time.
It
It
has been
is.
far,
Well, it
far
is the
too
Christmas
long.
special. We should do really.
It is the Christmas special.
Yes.
Oh, Christmas.
Oh,
Yay.
damn it.
And it required a special.
It is a Christmas
person.
special. Mate.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Like I had these things to wear, and I completely
Oh,
forgot to put them on.
David!
Oh, they're amazing.
All right. I guess I can put them
Go on.
on while we're
Oh,
doing it.
Put them
All right,
on
well,
put them on while we're talking.
We'll,
Okay.
we'll
Okay.
introduce the
Yeah,
Jess
yeah.
and you put them on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay.
So we have Nessa. Hello, Nessa. How are we doing? You all good?
Hello, I am good. Yes, how are you all?
Yeah.
Honestly, not bad. Not bad.
been
We're
a
just
long
watching.
time
We're going to
coming,
watch David putting baubles on his beard. This is apparently something we're
This
doing.
is so distracting right now.
Should I turn the camera
It's
off
brilliant.
and then have a reveal?
No. I'm happy watching it. It's like
Okay.
it's like watching some kind of that you shouldn't really find interesting, but there's something about
But
it
it
that
is.
you just can't help but watch.
Yeah.
Unless
Last
you're
time I wore 'em-
listening.
Last time I
then
wore my wife put them on me.
Just,
She's
just
much
if
better
you're
at
listening, just imagine a
Just
man
imagine
with
a bearded
giant
man.
beard.
that. If
Giant
you're
balls.
listening,
Giant beard.
Giant balls.
subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, because as soon as we get over 1,000 subscribers, we'll actually be able to monetize it. All right, and
Yay!
actually start making money.
So
and
just
actually,
very quickly. So what you're trying to say is to the people who listen to it and already get adverts is please go and listen to the YouTube version as well.
So that
so
we
can
can get
put
more
adverts
adverts.
on there as well.
or they can go to the Patreon page and give us money there.
What? And then we
That's
stop
right.
the adverts? Do they?
But-
Yeah, we'll make it that they won't have any
Ooh.
adverts then. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Ah,
that's
that's a
true.
good idea.
I think I've
And
done
I think there's going to be some cool things coming up. There'll be like a little chat, and not a chat, or you're just shaking your beard.
shaking my beard.
Your beard
Okay,
looks
right.
amazing.
So there'll be a chat on there. What features do we think it's going to be on the Patreon? If it's not up already.
Probably
Is it
all
up?
your
Well,
fuck
actually,
ups,
what I
Tom.
figured we'd do, like, what do you guys want? You know what I mean? As like,
All
I
of
figured what we
Tom
could do
fuck-ups
is
on a video.
have as soon as we actually start clicking the live, you get like you guys don't actually see the real what goes on before and afterwards. And if you wanted to see that kind of stuff, you could actually
Yeah,
you will
you
actually
can
get that
literally
link
watch us.
to view that.
Like behind the
basically
scenes,
it's behind
the
interactive
scenes. So
kind of thing. That's a
that'll be
good
one of them.
idea.
There we go.
Yeah, some
I have all my
nice
decorations.
behind the scenes and like how we plan the show and
Plan.
or don't.
Loosely
You know,
plan.
But other than that, please, if you're listening on iTunes, go and rate us. If you're listening on YouTube or you're watching us on YouTube, go click like, comment, subscribe, share on any platform.
But
Share,
the most
please.
important thing that you need to do, actually, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I actually have a game that I want you guys to download
Oh,
called
fuck
My
off.
Trucking Skills or My
Christ.
European Trucking Skills. So
Seriously?
I'd be very appreciated if you download it and give me 5 stars.
It could make a belated Christmas gift for someone.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. Yeah, so
Yeah,
there you
right.
go.
Good call. Good call.
Maybe. Yeah. Don't know. Who knows?
Oh, look,
Oh,
nice
oh, you've
to
actually
know.
got it. She's actually got it.
Amazing.
I did it just for
No,
the video.
exactly.
I know what you're talking about. I've got it on my phone.
I had a gap in the screen. I needed to fill it, so I just thought, I
That's
know.
pretty.
I know what I'll
download.
I actually have.
It's
Today.
it's like
It's quite
I will say
addictive.
It's quite a lot of fun. Yeah,
It is, yeah, it's easily
it's a lot of
addictive.
fun. A lot
Yeah.
of fun. Right. Christmas Eve, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
Oh.
Happy Christmas Eve,
we're
everyone.
here.
So we are recording this Christmas Eve, so it can come out to you still, and we can keep it going throughout the
The actual
holidays.
driver's working. Yeah.
For those people like myself who are going to continue to drive throughout Christmas,
Well done.
I'm
Are
back
you?
on the
Well done.
Wednesday.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm back on the Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm still on the road.
I've got one job on a
because-
Friday. Done.
Is that it? Well,
That's it.
Just one.
the reason why we're in is because they can't shut the brickyards down. Apparently it costs.
Oh.
That's understandable.
£250,000.
Well, we're touring trucker, Paul. He's working right the way through Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day.
I've done it
Oh,
many times.
wow.
as well.
I've
Yeah.
missed a lot of Christmases, a lot of what's it called, Thanksgivings. You know, it's because you can't stop rolling. You know, otherwise, you know, they lose a lot of money. You know, the only thing that I made sure I did get off for was St. Patrick's Day. There wasn't a lot of people requesting St. Patrick's Day off, and the next day. I
why.
definitely needed the next day off.
Oh god, yeah, you got to recover for that one.
Yeah,
that's it. But
sometimes
both the two of them
it takes 2
So-
days.
Bit of hair of the dog in the first in the morning, so yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, Santa's coming tonight for us.
He is.
I am very excited. Can't wait to see what he's going to bring and put some carrots out and shit like that. So yeah, very very excited.
I only got carrots. I didn't get mince pies.
Carrots for Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Carrots
No,
on a
for his
diet? That's like
reindeers.
carrots on a diet. Santa's on a diet?
No, you put out for his reindeer, and then you got to put out a mince pie and milk, haven't you? I haven't got any milk in the house. I forgot to get some. And I didn't get any mince pie. So
How
Logan's
come-
been like,
Sorry,
what
how
can I
come-
give Santa?
Have milk in the house.
I forgot to go and buy some. I went
I
shop
know.
earlier.
Give him a shot of Bailey's, Chloe.
Exactly.
It won't hurt.
That's a good call.
It's not him driving. It's Rudolph. You know.
I've got
My nan
Bailey's.
used to put out sherry for him. Like that, like a glass
Good
of
call
sherry.
as well.
Yeah.
And it used to be
Like-
drank every
That's
year.
obviously
yeah?
what she liked, wasn't it?
Yeah. There was, unlike when I left, when I was if I was at my mum's for Christmas Eve, she put milk out, and there'd always a little bit milk left, wouldn't there?
Yeah. A little bit of
But,
dribble.
but when my nan left the sherry out, there was none of that left. there wasn't a drop in there left. That was all gone.
Can I tell you? So, I'm presuming everyone over here. I don't want to give anything away for anybody, but
Ooh.
spoilers alert. All right,
Right.
all right. Turn off. You know, but Santa may not be real. All right,
What?
and
What?
there was a friend of ours. All right, her son was in the library, and he was like, why is Santa in the fiction section if Santa's real? And he was like, and she was like, it must have accidentally. But if Santa is real, why are all the pictures cartoons? Why are they all drawings? Why isn't there any real?
It's got
And
a
she
good
was like,
point.
That is a
Oh.
smart kid.
yeah.
That's a much
That is
smarter
smart.
kid than I was.
And she was like, oh crap, we're going to have that talk. This talk is going to have to come a little soon. Well, the kid is 5. I think he's 5 years old. But like, wow. Well done, sir.
That's young as well
He
to
knows,
notice
yeah.
that.
And kid is never going to the
but
library.
You
Not till
can
he's
have a
at least
fictional
10.
story about a real person.
Well, this is true. Yeah.
She wasn't prepared. She didn't have that as a backup.
I mean,
No,
I don't think I would.
we
be,
are preparing our entire listeners for this just to make sure that, like, you know, some kids are actually smarter than you think. You know, so
Well, it's like that. It's like that where the babies come from thing. You're
Oh,
prepared
God.
for it because you kind of you know it's going to come. But let's be honest, even though you are prepared for it, no one actually prepares.
Does anyone just go
answer.
straight to the point and just go, yeah, this is what happens. It's great.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
well, we're gonna straight up. We're not even gonna dilly-dally around. We're just going to tell them the truth. Straight up. As in, like,
I'm going to send you some links to Pornhub, and you can just work it out from there.
I was going to say there's a stork, and it flies the babies. Yeah, but yeah, we're trying.
Could you imagine that'd be a baller move? By the way, sending your kid like just go on Pornhub. I'm sure you've already been on there already.
You'll be all right.
The 5-year-old has already been on Pornhub, is what you're saying. Jesus Christ.
It can't be. In fairness, it can't be worse than anything they've seen on TikTok. Some of the stuff that they see on TikTok is worse.
Awful.
I'm sorry, we're still talking about 5-year-olds here.
I think I would rather.
Are we? Are we talking about 5-year-olds?
Yes.
What about 10-year-olds? Surely 10-year-olds don't actually understand.
Yeah, Logan's not on TikTok.
I don't know.
That's a little bit extreme.
I don't know. I think I'd rather go on Pornhub than TikTok. Some of the stuff that's on there. There's like bloody animal torture videos and shit like on there.
Oh,
it's
really?
Not great. Oh, there's all sorts.
Oh my god!
But see, the problem is with TikTok, it only cares about interactions. It doesn't care what those interactions are.
It just
so
likes
if someone
it.
uploads an animal abuse video, say,
and he gets all this hate,
then people are disliking it. It doesn't understand that. It just understands, oh, I'm getting interactions. I'm going to go ahead and promote this and then start sending it out to more people because all it wants to do is keep people on the app and apparently send stuff.
You know what else TikTok does? It doesn't care if somebody takes a video from YouTube and downloads all the videos and throws them on TikTok. All right, it doesn't care about that.
How
it doesn't mention that at all.
How far has this dude gone?
I don't know.
Is he still
I haven't
going?
seen it.
You
know what? He's probably way popular than me right now with my own content. Wait, I can swear with my own fucking content. Oh. Sorry.
I mean, again, it's what is it? Mr. I was watching something like an interview with Mr. Beast, and he was saying in Mr. Beast. If those people who don't know, he's like
love Mr. Beast.
He's like is he the largest YouTuber in the world, or if not,
he's the largest individual alongside PewDiePie.
So he's massive, and he was someone was saying. People are copying your stuff and putting it on TikTok.
Oh yeah, all the time.
He says, "I don't care. I don't care. It's because in the day, it's all advertising.
It's not advertising. Here, this is where it's fucking different. It isn't advertising for me because they fucking take my logo, they take my website, they take everything. They don't even mention it's me.
Yeah, but if you
it's not advertising me. I would be absolutely fine. I don't care who you can throw my stuff onto your channel, but as long as you mention my channel,
as long as you're credited.
Yeah, but by not putting the information up on there, it boosts engagement.
They don't. Yeah,
but then it's not going to his channel, is it?
It still doesn't help me.
It
helps me absolutely zero. They even changed the logo. All right. So what I've started to do though, all right, in my videos, I actually put the name of my channel on the trailer. They can't blur that out because the trailer's constantly moving. Yeah, you like that?
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
There you go. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done plugging shit. Not that that I've ever plugged anything for you guys.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh wait, which one's coming out first? I don't know. Right. Anyways, am I going first? I want to go first.
On. Yeah, go on. You've got some big news. Come on.
I've not. I want to tell you about something illegal I've done.
When have you not?
Wildly illegal that I've done.
Please say it wasn't driving.
I can't wait.
and I've got away with it, and I don't understand how I've got away with it.
And now you're just going to promote it on here.
So now you're going to tell everybody.
Oh, it was him.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. Go on.
Okay.
So, my post has been going up to my ex's house, and she's opened one of my letters as it's from the car tax place, and she sent me a picture of it. That's fine, not a problem at all. I was aware my car tax was due at the end of the year.
Right.
So she sent me a thing, and I thought I'd looked at it like 3 a.m. when I was kind of getting up for work, and I thought I'll just see how much it is, and so I can plan for it, and I know how much I need to put aside for my next wage, or I might do it by direct debit if it's too much. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So I go to put it in, and it says you can't tax your car. You need valid MOT. MOT. So MOT is something that you do for the first few years of the car. You don't need to do it because it's a new car. But after that, you need to do it. Is it every year?
Yeah.
and basically it's like it's a check on the car. This is just for you, like kind of Dave and for those international listeners. So check on the car just to make sure it's legal to be on the UK road, stuff like that. But my MOT is not due until next year. So it's like, well, what's going on there then? How come that is? And so I thought, well, I'll go and check on the MOT site and I'll have a look. And this is on Wednesday, by the way.
Right.
And so Wednesday, so basically 3 days before Christmas.
Oh, no.
I go onto there and it comes up and it goes, you don't have valid MOT. It ran out in October.
Oh dear. 2 months.
So you
with
just
no
forgot
MOT.
about it?
Shit. I thought it was due next year. I thought because I thought it was due next year. I thought I had another year before I had to put it through its MOT. And now it's my mistake. I fucked up there, obviously. But I have driven around, and in the UK, there are ANPR cameras everywhere.
It's probably
every police car. But
yeah.
How have I not been pulled over?
Yeah.
In that time, I do not understand how I haven't been pulled over. Either way, so I've got 3 days till Christmas, and if I can't MOT my car, I can't tax my car, and if they haven't pulled me over for no MOT, they sure as fuck will pull me over for no tax. And they can
and then find out you've got no MOT as well.
And what they'll do is they'll seize your car by the roadside.
Yeah.
But that avoids your insurance as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it's not great. It's not great at all. So I had 3 days to get one, and I was in a full panic. So I was stressing out. I managed to find a garage, but I couldn't get me into the next day, and managed to get it in. Left the car there.
That's still pretty good.
Honestly, the most stressed out I've ever been. And so I managed to get my car back, and then I thought, right, I can now see how much my frigging tax is for the car.
Oh no!
So I go on it, £20.
No,
for the whole year.
£20 for the full year. £20. That is the most stressful £20 I've ever had. But none in my entire life.
What were you expecting? And what was the most that you would have actually like
150, 200, something like that?
That's what you were expecting. And what would you have been willing to pay?
Well,
£20.
Car tax.
You've got to pay whatever.
If it came up as a grand, you're paying a grandson.
What about your car? Did it pass?
Oh yeah, it passed with flying colours. There was no issues with it at all.
As well.
But I mean, it came out, but holy shit, I was stressed out. I mean, I was like, I've never driven. When I realised I had to drive to work, because I still had to freaking drive on it because I had to get to work and then back, and then obviously the next day I could then drive it legally
straight to the MOT.
Fuck me, I was driving everywhere. Like it's like full indicators going into every corner, making sure.
Like today is the day I get caught because I now know I don't have it.
I was so stressed out. So I was just wondering, like that. So that's my car. Like, have you guys ever had it where a car's come back and it's not? Where it's gone wrong, or where your car. Where it stressed you out. Have I explained that right? I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah. You've fucked up,
I hear you.
And you got to sort it out.
Let's go with Nessa. Have you any one first?
Not stress me out as such, but the car I've got now, I've only had it for a year. When I bought the car, it needed new brakes, so I asked them to put new brakes on it, so they did. And when it went for the MOT, like Tom's, it was due October. It went for the MOT. They said there's no brakes on the car.
You're joking?
On the front.
Oh no!
Yes, they didn't do the brakes.
So what? They just
there's like no brakes, or they
wow.
completely just forgot to put the
original brakes that they were supposed to change were still on the car. They didn't change them.
No.
But they sent the MOC certificate with new brakes.
Wow!
And they hadn't done it, so
shit.
Yeah, that's
bad,
like October just gone. So that could have killed us.
Yeah,
that's
so bad.
They weren't squeaking, or I didn't feel any brake fade or any issues. Luckily,
wow.
So with the front brakes, the front brakes or the back brakes? Because like 80% of the braking power is the front.
I was going to say,
what?
Yeah,
because you could ignore the back brakes forever, and as long as the front brakes work.
I did think. I'm glad that you said that because I was sitting here thinking, it's like, is the brake bias not towards the front?
Yeah.
Wow,
okay,
that's
right.
so bad.
It is just by chance that I am the slowest driver on the planet, and I don't rush
You plan
anywhere.
ahead. Yeah.
I don't really brake hard at all.
I'm the slowest driver. I'm like a Sunday driver, as long as I'm in my car.
Yeah.
No, I know you are lying
No.
Tom, because I've been a passenger
Recently,
in your car.
only due to the fact he needs to save fuel.
Yeah.
Not before that.
When did I was speeding you? When you were in my car? Oh, actually, no.
Tom,
Oh, in
all
the
the
red-
time.
You
in
were
red
not
car.
speeding. You were not speeding. Do you remember that bloody woman in front of us? And she wouldn't let you pass.
I don't know. I
Do you
don't
remember that?
remember.
You were weaving. You started weaving behind her because she was pissing you off.
It might be on the motorway.
I'm grassing you up, Tom.
Oh, we're
Look
learning all
Should I
this
edit this
now.
out, Tom?
I don't know.
No, we didn't get
No.
approval.
Fully incriminating you right there.
Hey, Tom, shall I tell him where we were going when this happened? Do you remember where we were going?
going?
I want to know now.
We were looking for a certain shop in Bolton, and we ended up back
I
in
know what
Warrington
shop
and found
you
one
turned
there.
up to.
Shit, yeah, we were. so we were.
Yeah.
So, just to point out, this wasn't my plan. I was taken out by her and my girlfriend.
It was me and Kaylee.
Had planned this thing of like we're going to go to a certain shop. Anyways, and we got there and we got to this bloody shop. It was shut.
And it was
And then we had
closed.
another look, and she's like, "Oh, there's one like about 5 minutes from our house." I'm like, "Are you joking me?"
We just driven about half an hour, was it? Half
Let's go
hour?
find
40
one.
It
And you
was-
could have walked around
oh,
the
yeah.
corner.
Oh, it was honestly,
Yeah.
it's like a 5-minute drive from the house.
Well, at
We
least you know
drove
where it is
all the way to
now.
bloody Bolton.
You
Yeah,
can
I
keep
do remember
editing
that.
now.
I do remember that. Anyways, moving on.
The
Go on.
only thing I ever, well, it didn't stress me out too much. Well, it did actually. I tell a lie. It was when I was with my ex. We had like a really old school Mini, like a 1970 something. You know, the proper little.
Cool
It was
car.
awesome. But he was paying for the insurance via direct debit, and somehow he missed a payment or something. And it wasn't. This is before I even had my driving license, so I didn't know that the whole ins and outs of driving and that.
Yeah.
And he didn't like receive any emails or anything to say they just cancelled it. So he wasn't checking in his bank. So we didn't realise we'd been driving around for 6 months without insurance.
Oh, shite.
Yeah,
Wow. That is a long
it's a
time
long
not to
time.
get caught.
and we didn't get caught somehow. And then we managed to get it kept getting flagged up apparently, like literally just down the road from us. And then we eventually suddenly had this police car turning up behind us. And we're like, oh crap, what the hell? Like we were only around the corner from the house because I lived on the farm at this point. So he like followed us back to the farm, and he was ready to like impound it right there and then. We're like, we're literally around the corner, please let us go home. And then I was like searching for like the best part of an hour, trying to find emails to prove it was insured. And look, it was so stressful, and I couldn't find anything. And it was obviously they just cancelled it. And yeah, the cop was so nice. He just said, look, I'll let it go. I was like, as long as you insure it here, right now in front of me,
Yeah.
we'll let it
that's
go.
nice.
I was like,
He could probably tell by the way you were behaving
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
mean,
that it was a genuine
we were
mistake.
so stressing. It was like, honestly, I felt so sick. It was awful.
I think with a lot of cops, when they come over, so sometimes what they do, and it's like a bit of a tactic that they use, and they'll come over super like hot-headed saying, I'm going to take your car, you're going to have this is going to be £1,000 fine. And what they're doing is they're trying to make you realise this is how serious it will
yeah.
be.
It's
And
serious,
then
yeah.
they'll kind of back it down, they'll kind of, and then that way, it's that kind of thing of,
yeah.
it's the same thing as I parked, I went to go and watch a football game in Manchester, and I parked
City or
somewhere.
United?
United. It was. I don't know anything about football. I don't know who they played. I don't.
Do you
know
not?
who
I
they
would never have guessed.
played. It was a good experience, though. I enjoyed it.
Sorry, I shouldn't say anything.
But I parked somewhere illegal. I shouldn't have done it. I parked somewhere bad, but everyone else was doing it. I was like, oh, I can get away with this. That was the mentality to it. And then they sent me a letter through saying basically, this is really serious. You could get a court summons, this and that and
Oh
the
my
other.
God.
And I'm shitting myself.
Where did you
about,
park?
It's because it was. But basically, what they're saying is this is the worst part of it. But then the ticket came through and it was £25.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, wow.
So
but
normally
I
just give
think
you a
what
charge.
they try and do is they try and kind of make you realise it's a kind of deterrent, isn't it? To basically say, don't do this again. Same thing as like for a lot of people with before. I think this is what it was supposed to be for when the speeding things, like the speed awareness course.
Yeah,
they'll originally send through
you,
saying, yeah, you can lose your license because of this, and this, but we'll do a speed awareness course, and then you're all good, and then that's it for now. So
it's when
I
they
think
say,
it's one of them-
this time we'll offer you a speed awareness course, and you're just like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like this is
So
not nice.
I think that's probably what they were doing. It was probably kind of making you aware like this is bad. You should not be doing this.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's a
Go
good
on.
tactic.
There was one time I've probably
camp.
multiple times, but there's only like one time I can think of right now where I was I had like 2 days without insurance, and it was very stressful. You know, again, this isn't the great.
What that you knew about?
I knew about it. Yeah, it was. Just, I knew about it when I got a phone call from the bank saying, "Hey, by the way, or I wasn't maybe not a phone call. I would look down at. I got a phone call from somebody saying I'm not insured anymore, or my payment didn't go through because I didn't have enough money. Again, we were living off of overdraft, and it was just more of like I wasn't getting paid till this particular date, and it was like, well, I got to go to work, and you know, so it was just. But yeah, there's just something about. It's like there's an aura going on when you're driving down the road and you know you're not insured. I'm like, everyone fucking knows. I'm like, oh my god, this is so stressful. Like,
it's amazing because you can drive around completely oblivious that you've got no insurance, and you don't get caught as soon as you know you've got no insurance.
Bliss.
I live for that.
Oh my god, yeah.
I feel like a lot of the time I can get away with it. And like, oh crap, that's right. The speed is this way. I was just over in Europe. Everything was in kilometers. And like, I messed up. Whatever. You know what I mean? I forgot what speed I was supposed to go or whatever. I always feel like I don't ever get pulled over because of the color of my skin. Living in America, we don't get pulled over very often. All right. So, hey, sorry. That sucks because the cops are fucking crooks over here. Or the cops are racist. All right. So,
fair enough.
Honest to God, I don't ever get pulled over. I don't get pulled over. I speed all the time. Like okay, one hard transition.
Just incriminating yourself here.
I go 1 mile an hour over the speed limit all the
police in
time.
America are listening.
They're all listening.
Can I get away with that? I go 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. No, in Southern California, right? If you go the speed limit, or even if you're going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, you're fine. All right.
I was going to say, there's a grey area, isn't there?
There is a grey area. So I'm always in that grey area. It's like borderline black.
Well, it's in the UK, it's 10% plus 2. But...
Is it?
But, well, it is, apart from around the... It's not. It's 10% plus 2 is the prosecution level. It's not in Scotland. In Scotland, it is... If it says 40, it's 40.
It should be that. Just should be the case.
But what they're doing in London now is that they're doing it 10% plus 1 or something. So because there are some people like on the average speed cameras that will. Because the thing is, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but when you're traveling with Google Maps on, and if you set it so that you have your GPS speed up, your GPS speed. And
it's more accurate, isn't it?
Do you know when you've gone through average speed cameras and people are passing and you think, well, mine says 50.
Yeah, it's because
I know, right?
Out. Yeah.
Well, it's because if you use the Google Maps, you can actually it's really bad this, but and this is a proper tipper thing to say, but you can squeeze a few extra mile per hour through average speed cameras by using Google Maps and just increase it just a little bit more, so you can.
That's so funny.
Well, truck ones are more to the T, aren't they? So it's when you're getting to the average speed. Just
if it's properly calibrated, yeah.
Yeah.
It's if your truck says it's 55, it's
55. Yeah.
So I'm not living in California anymore. I'm up in Washington State. All right, /borderline /Oregon. Okay, whatever. But in California, everybody speeds. It is like when I first moved down there, I'm like, I'm the slowest car on the road. I'm only in the gray area. I'm only going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. All right. But everyone's like, I'm like, oh my god! I'm not like, especially, and I'm like, so there could be like 4 lanes, and I'd be in number 3 lane, 4 lane being the fastest. I'm like, all right, I got to get over here. But eventually, over time, you know, that gray area gets spread out, where
you start to catch
you know, I mean, it's now like 10 to 15 miles an hour is fine, you know. But now I'm back in Oregon or Washington or whatever, right? oh my God, I am the fastest car on the road. All right. I'm like, I need to slow down. I'm like, it's just nobody else is seeing. And what was crazy as well, when the light becomes orange or amber or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Down in California, people like it could be red, and 2 more cars would feel okay to go to cross. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But that's not
like
the case
Devon.
over here. They're basically, as soon as people see an orange light, they're like, they're slamming the brakes. You know what I mean?
Is it because they're closer to Canada up there?
I don't know.
Is it the closer to
quite
Canada,
strict.
the more respectful they get? Is that how it works?
There was one time I was on my way to work in Washington, and I was on the way to work, and where I was coming up to an intersection. You know, it was rush hour ish, whatever. Again, it was like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, whatever, right? And I see that there's cops actually with their radar, or they're in the area. Yeah. I see. I'm fine. I'm not actually going over the speed limit. I'm just following the cars in front of me. All right. And okay, so I'm about to cross, and I see that the light turns amber. I'm like, yeah, I got this. You know what I mean? As in, like, I got it, meaning like I can make it no problem even though the cops are going to be looking at me, I don't care. But the person
They're not going to care.
But the person in front of me didn't think so.
Oh no!
So the person in front of me was literally already at the intersection, already at the crosswalk.
Yeah.
All right, and she slammed on her brakes. And of course, I didn't realize she slammed on her brakes because I was looking at the light. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm good." Oh no, I'm not good. Slamming on my brakes and like, "Oh no!" And boom. I hit the car.
Actually hit her. Oh,
okay,
no.
so I hit the car. And I'm like, God damn it! And all of a sudden, boom! The guy behind me rear-ended the crap out of me. I barely did any damage to the car in front of me.
Oh my goodness!
All right,
but
the person behind me, this just really hurt, you know.
But that's even though you've tapped, because you can only
that's
put one
his fault, isn't
insurance
it?
claim in, can't you?
No. You could have multiple claims. It depends. You know, all the insurance companies.
Is it right? Can you?
Yeah, but then I suppose you hit first, didn't you, and then something else.
Well, it depends. It's a scenario. Okay. So let's just talk about it for a second,
yeah,
all
it
right?
just
I'm the meat in this sandwich, all right? So I'm the common denominator, all right? I'm touching everybody.
Not for the first time.
So I hit the person in front of me, and I was okay. And then, of course, the person hit me. No, I didn't. Once the person behind me hit me, I didn't. I had my brakes on pretty hard, so I didn't end up hitting the person in front of me again. All right, adding more damage. All right.
Oh, so
first of all, hey, I'm going to admit guilt when there's guilt. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I claim innocent all around, and I ran away, and I got away. No. So I got out of the car immediately as soon as after I got hit.
How can they prove it was you though? At the end of the day,
well, it's just a lot of people have a tendency of telling the truth immediately.
right?
All right, like seriously, it's ridiculous. And like, my wife is technically an expert on this, and but it's just when you start soaking it in, your story has a tendency of changing over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but right off the bat. But anyway, no, we all didn't lie. You know what I mean? It's like, first of all, I thought I was going to make it. All right, the person behind me thought he was going to make it. When the light becomes amber, you take your eyes off the road for a second and you're looking at it. All right, that's just what we do. You know what I mean? As in, like, but he didn't expect me to brake. I didn't expect the person in front of me to brake because I was literally fine. So,
Ricochet effect.
We all stopped. Again, this is actually a pretty busy intersection too, right? So I stopped, and there was cops there. All right. So I got out, making sure she's okay, and then I looked to the back seat and I see there's a kid. Oh fuck!
Oh
my
no!
God.
I'm like, God damn it! And I'm like, is the kid okay? I'm like, she stupidly answers, he's fine, whatever. Like, you couldn't possibly know if your kid's fine. But anyway, they were positioned right, But anyway, I looked at
strapped in correctly, yeah,
and they were all fine. I barely hit him. I barely hit the person in front of me. But I looked at the cop, and the cop just like, come over here. Yeah, no worries. So we all drive over there, and we all, So so we found out that basically he didn't cite us any tickets. He asked like, why did you stop? And I'm curious too. I'm like, yes, why did you stop? Okay. And like, I freaked out. I saw you guys. I saw the amber light. I just stopped. I didn't know what to do. You freaked me out.
So she just admitted fault.
She just admitted fault.
Yeah.
Right? So that doesn't mean anything with insurance. Cops shouldn't have any right whatsoever to do when it comes to how much who's at fault. All right, just because the cop isn't the juror or the judge or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All right, and
Judge, Judy, and executioner.
yeah, Judge Judy. Oh, I never heard that before.
That was for
Judge
Hot
Judy.
Fuzz last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I see that?
Oh,
I
Yes,
watched
you
it.
better
David.
have
Kidding.
done.
Oh, David.
I watched it a long time ago. Okay, but but the guy behind me again, that was just between me and him, and he turned out not to have insurance proper
Oh
insurance.
no.
He had, but he didn't again because he caused the most damage. All right,
Yeah.
because he really he destroyed my bumper. All right, but anyway, yeah, I've been rambling on for a while. I kind of
You
what are we
have
talking
been,
about?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
There was
The fact that you don't interrupt me gives me the green light to
But
keep
no,
going.
Wait.
What is
If
this
we
story?
interrupt you, we get messages, all right? We get told off.
Yeah, I have
There
never
was-
told you guys off. What are you talking about?
There was one story of a guy, and he was about to get on the motorway, and he was about to get on the motorway, and the person in front of him had stopped, like come to a complete stop, and he
Right.
fucking slammed into the back of them. But it was their fault,
Oh,
even though he got into the back of them, it was their fault because. He was doing the correct thing of looking in his blind
And
spots,
merging,
making
yeah.
sure, basically getting prepared to merge. And he's got a reasonable expectation that there shouldn't be a vehicle stopped at that point. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to stop. No stopping at any time unless it's
but
like
how are
traffic,
you
say.
supposed to watch TV and drive at the same time if you have to pay attention to that kind of stuff?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I've
Good
seen
point.
it.
Good
I've seen it a bunch of
point.
times, bunch of times where people have just. I've come to a complete stop. I don't know. Have you ever seen that before, where they panic and like you're kind of coming along and they're expecting you to move over, but you've got a truck alongside you, so you can't move into lane
You can't
two.
do anything. You've just got to
Yeah.
keep going. If they come in and cut you up or whatever and you hit them, it's their fault.
Yeah, well,
They're at the giveaway
they're
line.
A powerful little car. They can easily get up to speed.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that they'll come down the on-ramp at 35 miles an hour and then they've got to get up to 70.
And then they'll get level with you and they'll just sit there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and they've got plenty of time to do something, but no, we're not doing that.
No, this
Yeah.
person has to move.
I do find at night, that's when some of them, like, they do the stupidest things. I don't know if that you found the same thing, Nesta.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
drive a lot at night time?
I work nights permanently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I haven't worked the
Quick
last
question.
2 months, but
Normally we do this at the very start of the podcast. Especially, no, I know you've been on the show before. Question mark.
yeah.
Okay.
It was like one of the
I love that other
first ones,
people
wasn't
I love that other people have picked that up.
it?
We usually find out. Well, okay. Well, so what type of truck do you drive and trailer? And where do you do your driving?
Most recently, I've been driving a Mercedes. It's a company called Clark Transport. It's all like dangerous goods, ADR work.
Are we allowed to mention that?
Uh,
Dangerous goods?
Mm,
Like hazmat? You're talking about like
Yeah.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
like flammable stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like stuff that requires like fire extinguishers everywhere.
Did you have
Yeah.
to do a special test for that?
yes.
All right,
Yes.
because I don't
It's
have
just,
hazmat
um,
on my
course.
license. I'm not allowed to
Yeah,
touch
it's
that.
an ADR course, and the company put me through that course.
Oh,
Cool.
They
cool.
paid for it.
That's
Oh,
all
is
right,
it-
yeah.
So
Right. So because is the 2 ADR courses?
There's different
There
ones,
is.
yeah. Because I've got the minimal one. I've literally just got class 9. Whereas
What's class
that's all right.
9?
Class 9 is like miscellaneous, basically. So it's butamin and stuff like that. Yeah, it literally is miscellaneous. Butamin,
Miscellaneous.
yeah, butamin, asbestos, and things like that I just need to carry. That's it. Well, I don't even need to take butamin, do I? It's
Wait,
just
Asbestos. He's like a.
It's
Just
a
mist.
miscellaneous. Yeah, literally.
But it's a
I've got like the
carcinogenic.
rubbish class.
hmm.
I've got misc.
So what's the worst one? Is
There's
it
explosives,
explosives?
isn't it? Yeah. There's
Yes,
there's,
explosives.
imagine so.
Mm.
There's one which is it class 2, and I think like only very few
I do
people
not
have
know
it.
about hazmat at all. I never had one. I never had a hazmat, so I never needed to learn it because no company ever actually needed me to have it. So
I need a refresher next year, so I've forgotten most of my stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
well, you actually you might have to have a hazmat because of your picking up rubbish, correct?
So we have, so the only few of us have ADR to dispose of like asbestos and things like that. Because obviously we've got to carry...
Doesn't that need to be contaminated? Sorry, not contaminated. That need to be
sealed.
contained?
Yeah. So there's two different types as well. So there's something called bonded, which is all like fibers, but it's bonded in like cement, stuff like that. And you can have that. Most people can carry that because it's only I think it's like 100 kg you can carry up to, and most products are only like 5%. So you can carry a whole Arctic load of bonded and you'd be fine. You wouldn't be in scope. Whereas if you went for something called fibrous, which is like insulation stuff, you can only carry up to 333 kg of that, and the percentage is normally like 70%.
My mind is drifting to kg versus ton. You guys deal with kgs,
1,000
stone,
kg is a ton.
and tons. So it's like, what is what?
But stone. You only measure people in stone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's only people that you measure in stone. Like if you're measuring an animal, you do that in like, say for instance, kg. But then if you're measuring like if it's food, then it's in pounds. Say.
Yeah.
And...
No way.
Oh no, mate! It
oh
gets,
my
gets
God!
Worse.
No!
It gets worse because some things that you'll measure in meters. Or some things you'll measure in feet, but say on the road, it's measured in yards.
Yes.
So on the motorway, it shows you how many yards it is to whatever. But then, say as an example, if you're getting lengths of wood, you'll get that in, say for instance, you'll get that in feet. But then I'm trying to think of something like you'll get in meters. What would you get in meters? Lengths of pipe. Lengths of pipe.
100-meter dash.
Yeah, it's.
But you know what is communal everywhere? Horses are measured in hands.
You know, I always thought a yard was how many schoolyards. I used to, because you had your schoolyard in your school.
Yeah.
How many? That's what I thought a yard was. It was a schoolyard.
I could
as a kid, I thought that. And as an adult,
I don't know.
It's logical to a kid, isn't
it? I'm like, how many? How
It
many
is.
schoolyards?
How many yards?
Could you draw a yard? If someone I saw a
Yes.
foot,
Yeah,
I could show you. I could draw a foot. I could draw a meter. Couldn't tell you how long a yard is. No
Same.
idea.
A yard is only 10 centimeters short.
I can do
of
cubic
a
yards,
meter.
but I can't do
Oh, is
it
it?
straight in a straight
skips,
line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skips are
Same
measured in
here.
cubic yards.
Yeah, a yard is 3 feet. So much
Okay.
silence.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Actually-
picture it in my head.
I always
gotta
thought
be-
a
Yard
yard
is
is
3
more than
feet.
3. I always thought it was like.
Have you
6
got like
foot
an
or
American
something.
yard again? Ours is
Oh my
definitely
God,
more.
there is such a That's
I
right.
don't know.
I keep forgetting the things are
one
different.
yard. Yeah, maybe it's.
All right,
Yeah,
so
like-
we're going to pretend that Tom isn't looking this up right now, and he's going to give us a fact, and that we actually have a
he's right.
producer.
It is 3 feet. It's 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah.
seriously questioning my
How
my
big
facts
feet?
for a second. I was
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah,
crap,
it's,
am I going to be wrong again? Am I going to the amount of you know what? When I'm actually editing this podcast, the amount of times that I was like, that's not right, David, or that's not right. I think I'm saying something correct, but I'm like, but when I hear it, oh, it's just so different. I'm like, I just feel like a lot of times when I talk, I think I'm saying fact, but I'm not.
I will say, one of the topics this week was supposed to be today I learned, and today I learned
yeah,
that
it
a yard's
was.
3 feet. That
Should
is
we go-
genuine.
Yeah.
Should we go to the next topic?
We can do it. Yeah.
Well, we've got the two topics that we've got joys of not working, annoying people, and last minute shopping. Should we go with yours, David? Annoying people. Hello.
Actually,
Should we do that one?
Why are you going to do that one? That's a bit worrying.
why can't I talk about people who annoy me?
Well, I mean, are they the people?
What
that
if they
us?
listen to the
Yeah.
podcast and we lose about
That's a
100
good point. If
a week?
there's like
Yeah.
a demographic of people
Listeners.
that really irritates you,
I
Right,
mean,
alright.
what
How
were you
about-
going to go
right,
with?
You know what? To be honest
Go
with
ahead,
you,
we'll put an
you
X
know
by
what?
that
It was
one.
it was like a spur of the moment thing. I was watching some stuff. I'm like, that person really annoys me. I've got a topic I want to talk about. I'm like,
James
okay.
Corden.
James Corden.
He is the one person I don't actually listen to at night. He's one of the only nighttime hosts in America. I don't watch. I watch
I don't
Jimmy.
like him.
I watch Jimmy
I
Fallon,
don't like
Jimmy
him.
Kimmel.
Oh no,
the South
Jimmy,
African dude.
Fallon. Jimmy Fallon. I don't like him either.
I find him fine. He's actually a very good.
No.
He's a
He's
good comedian.
not.
He is a good
He's
comedian.
not.
He
I
has
don't
really
mind
good
him.
impersonations.
No.
He's a really
Yeah,
good
I don't
singer.
mind him.
He's an all around talented guy. He
He's
really
not.
is.
He's just.
You know who's a
he's so
dickhead, though?
irritating.
You know who's a dickhead? Is actually Jimmy Kimmel. He's actually not a nice person. I don't think he's a
Is he
very
not?
nice person. He actually, the amount of times that he insults his co-host, he's not even a co-host or whatever. I don't know what he is. The security guard, Guerrero.
But I think that's just an in joke, isn't it?
I don't
Or
know
is
if
it
it is or not, because it's just when you look at him, like he's just an asshole. But I like his stuff. I like his content. I like how much he actually has really important people to come onto his show. He's actually has an entire football competition football after him. It's actually called the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
Really?
All right? Yeah. Like the Super Bowl, you got there's a bunch of other bowls. Maybe not the Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl is the
Can we have
biggest
a
one.
podcast one?
Yeah.
Huh?
Can we have like a
The
podcast?
Just Another Trucking Podcast Bowl.
Podcast.
But yeah, he's pretty big. But you know, you had it doesn't ton. But anyway, my whole thing is that James Corden, Gorton, is it Gorton or Corden?
Corden.
C or a G?
So I
See.
liked him.
By the way, Nesha, have
in
I
Gavin
offended
and
you
Stacey.
because of Gavin and Stacey? Is that am I allowed to say this? Am I going to get shot?
I was going to
He
say
is the
I
English
love
guy
Gavin
in
and
it, but-
Stacey
I'm not-
because
that's
of Gavin
not-
and Stacey. It's amazing.
I'm not going to shoot you. Don't worry,
Okay,
Tom.
thank you.
He was also in Doctor Who in an episode as one of the main characters, just for one
Was
episode.
he?
Yeah, he wasn't very good though, was he?
It was fine. It was good. I enjoyed that episode. I love when they actually bring somebody half famous or whatever in an episode and they make them the star. Not the star. They make him, I don't know, just
Like a little extra.
yeah, it was an extra, but he was actually like, hey, or was he? Maybe he wasn't famous back then. I don't know. It was a time with the one where Matt Smith was.
It was a little bit earlier on,
Matt
yeah.
Smith
Was
is
it?
my least favorite Doctor.
Yeah.
And
David
again,
Tennant was my favorite.
I have a huge.
He is
I have
coming
a-
back.
Is he?
No, as a doctor.
would
I've heard he's
Dude,
coming back.
how about
I would
this?
actually
I've
watch
heard
it.
Fucking
that.
spoilers.
With Billy Piper. I loved Billy Piper on it as well.
I don't know if
She's
it's not. I
not.
don't know if
No, she's
Oh
not.
no, they're in a
reference to
parallel. Yeah, they're in a parallel.
Oh well, they
universe,
bring him
aren't they?
back. Okay, well they
How-
actually
Welcome
they
to
had
the Doctor
three-
Who fan cast.
Oh my god, I can talk about Doctor Who for fucking
Whoa.
forever.
How can they bring him back though? Because he's already like gone. He can't.
Well, no, but
Can't
that
regenerate
was the
into
kind
They
of
bring him back as a
that was the
doctor,
thing.
as back in time because they're dealing with time
No,
and space.
no. He regenerated back into the Doctor, back into David Tennant.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
How? That's gonna be awesome.
How have you not seen this?
I
Has it
have been.
happened? It's already
Stop,
out.
Stop. I have been away
Here's
from
my
Doctor
Go
Who
on,
from a couple
make
of
your
years.
excuses.
No. Seriously, I'm seriously. You want to know?
Do-
Ask me
yeah,
right now. What
I'll
show
give
am
you
I
that.
watching? What was the very last TV show I just watched? Ask me
Go
that
on,
question.
what was the last show you watched?
What?
It-
Go on.
Well,
Bluey.
it was 20. It was 24. But anyway, no kidding. It was Doctor Who. All right. So it was episode 1, season 11, I believe. Okay, or season 10. But it is with Jodie whatever her face.
I like
Yeah.
it. Is it Jodie Whittaker?
Whittaker.
is it?
Jodie
Jodie
Whittaker.
Whittaker.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
like
literally
her.
watching it right now. It's just that I don't want spoilers. I want to watch it as it goes, and so I've been avoiding who is the next person. I don't even know when it's going to happen and all that kind of stuff.
Oh
But
wow.
it's
Okay.
just-
Well, I've
Yes.
I've made it. It's a good thing, but also a bad thing. So yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm
But
seriously
hang on,
excited. I
when
don't
he
even know. I just,
regenerates, is he the same guy or is he just like got no memories of it all?
no, he's got the memories. He's a different person, but all the memories.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically every single Doctor Who.
But it's just
And,
different personality.
So there
Yeah,
you go.
it's a different personality. The
Well,
one thing
I'm
I
gonna
don't
start
like
watching
about
that again if
Jodie
he's back
Whittaker's Doctor Who is that it seems that she can never do. Everybody, the companions were always able to make a bit of a fool of the Doctor, but never her. You know what I mean? As in, like she never was able. Nobody ever made a fool of her. She was never. I don't know. It was just like, oh, okay. And like the companions always made it to where the give a bit of humanity or just common stuff that you wouldn't normally think of as a human or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of hard to put into words. And forgive me.
Well,
but
it was supposed to be. I think Doctor Who was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like an educational, historical thing, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
That's where it started
I
off?
think that's what originally it was supposed to be like the idea of going back and actually showing like people what like it was like in historic times and have a bit of a story
And
alongside
Cybermen.
it. But
that makes sense
Yeah.
because it has done that. It has
Yeah.
done that.
yeah,
You know,
Like Bill and Ted.
Yeah, very
Bill and
educational. Oh man, I'd nearly suggest for that to be the next video, the
I was
next movie that we have to
just
watch.
about to
yes.
say, should it be Bill and Ted?
Oh, Bill and Ted's Bogus.
Have you
Excellent.
seen the new one? Yeah.
I haven't seen the new one. No.
Oh no, I haven't. Well, like I will search and see if that's on. If not,
I quite
that can be
enjoyed
our
it.
next one.
Yeah, I think it's on. Is it on Now TV or something?
But that is
Okay.
the last segment. We're not going to be talking about the whole movie.
All right, sorry,
the part of the
sorry.
movie yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's
We still have-
move on to Nessa's one and the joys of not working.
Oh,
Or the lack
yes.
of joy.
Oh.
Explain.
the lack of joy.
Well, the lack of
I
joy.
think-
I've written the joys of not working, not the lack of joy.
I'm trying to understand what the question is.
Well, maybe
Sorry, forgive me.
Nessa needs to explain how this happened.
Yes.
Well, I'll explain that after.
Okay, all right.
It was not fun. Let's put it that way.
No, I don't think it was.
But you know when you have time off work sick,
Mhm.
the first few days are great. Even the first week, maybe 2, are great.
Yeah.
But when 2 weeks starts rolling into 3 and then 4, and your money is not coming in,
Oh.
and your bills are not getting paid, and it's a few weeks till Christmas,
Oh no.
and you're starting to panic, and then yeah, everything has just gone to shit. It's
Oh.
just
Sorry.
it has been the worst couple of weeks of my life, and I have not been more excited than last week just to do 2 shifts. Okay, it has
I think David's
been
wanting to know
horrendous.
why have you not been
Yeah.
at work?
He
No.
definitely wants to know why.
I'm just
Well-
wondering, why isn't money coming in?
Well, because I'm an agency driver, so I don't work for the company. I work for an agency.
And is that a
Oh.
0-hour contract as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they ring, like last week, I was supposed to have a shift on Friday, but it got cancelled 9 minutes before I arrived.
Oh no.
So you don't get paid for it, and you have to be there a certain amount of time with that agency before you can get sick pay or
Oh.
holiday pay and
Okay,
stuff like that.
yeah, okay, that's
But-
the way
so
it
I
is
couldn't
with
get
most
it.
jobs, I suppose. Yeah.
You know how, like in the US, gig workers or gig work is that's how companies have tried to find their way around stuff. Well, in the
Yeah.
UK, 0-hour contracts is how they've tried to work
Is
out.
that how it
their
is?
way.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what they've tried to do. And for some people, I think 0-hour contracts do work, but
It's just when you have an issue.
Well,
Yeah.
see, am I interrupting? Did you actually want to finish what you were going to say, Nessa? I'm so sorry. I wanted to tell you what it was like
Guest,
for me.
be quiet
as a
while
truck
we
driver.
talk.
No.
While we're still on that subject, yes, carry on and say what you got to say.
Well, okay. With my company or with any, I feel like with any trucking company, is that your vacation pay is basically all you got. After 1 year, you get 1 week. After like 3 years, maybe you get 2 weeks. Maybe after 5 years, I don't know. I can't remember. It depends on the company. Okay,
Right.
It depends if you're union and all that kind of stuff. But I just felt a week wasn't enough. All right, but I would work even if I had sprained ankles and legs because I just couldn't have. Well, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck, which I was the majority of the time as a full-time truck driver. All right, I just couldn't stop working. All right, it didn't matter if I was sick, running a temperature. I would always, because I always had that, like, well, I'm not going to be making money. If I don't work, I'm not going to be making money. And I have already made plans for the 1 week that I am getting vacation or whatever, or the 2 weeks, because you get it in a bulk, by the way. They just give you a lump sum of money that you would have made in 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever much vacation you have. And so that was like usually put away aside for something else. But if I ever got sick, though, I never made plans for being sick or being injured and all that kind of stuff. So I just found it very hard to take a day off, regardless, because of I couldn't afford to actually take, because I only worked my only 1 day. I took 1 day off a week. Yeah, I had so many bills. I had so many bills. I just couldn't. I just found it very hard to take a day off. That's it. I'm so sorry.
I'll be honest with you, it's the same reason I'm working over Christmas.
Yeah.
Extra hours.
I always worked 4th of July too. I never took 4th of July off. Never took Christmas, New Year's Eve. I was always, God knows what part of the country.
But Nessa, go on. So what's it been like? Actually, have we explained why you haven't been working?
Well, no, I haven't. It's not because I can't be bothered.
You're injured. You're sick or injured.
Basically, I broke my wrist, and I did a really good job of it. as broken wrists go.
Okay,
So-
and how did that happen? Because I do notice that you're trying not to explain how this happens.
The smirk on Tom's face sounds like he looks like he actually knows what's going on.
He's
here.
looking extra
Oh,
ginger.
do
He
on,
does know, but it's nothing stupid. It was a motorcycle crash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I revved it.
Was it?
I revved it.
Was it a
It
crash?
was!
Why were you?
Can this be considered a crash?
It did.
If you end up coming off your bike and it gets smashed,
Were you at a
as well as
stoplight?
you getting smashed?
Were you stopped?
No, I was on private ground. I was on private ground.
Oh no!
I
were you doing, like, the
basically-
figure of
I-
eights?
No. I just over revved it, and the front of the bike flipped up in the air.
Oh
It
no!
threw me off, so I rolled over my hand,
Oh.
which dislocated it.
Oh!
And then the bike-
Oh.
Then the bike
And you-
came down
and
and
no
landed on
bike
top
that
of me,
still
which
makes
broke it.
Oh.
Oh!
So it was a double whammy. So while my hand was bent backwards,
Oh,
like,
stop.
that part of my
Yes,
hand
visualize it.
was on that part of my arm. It was horrible. So while that was like that, the bike landed on top of me, and that's what
shit! One
cracked it.
second. Content warning. Sorry, bit late. Never mind.
It was pretty gross. It was pretty gross.
The only time I took
Ouch.
my wife snowboarding, she broke her wrist.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Yeah.
Christ.
I don't know if I'll ever get
And
her
you
back
know,
on.
there was a 7-hour wait for an ambulance, so I literally jumped in somebody's
Oh, that's
car.
what
and
happens
asked
when you have
for a
Oh,
socialized
wow.
medicine.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Fucking Americans. It's yeah. The amount of
I'm
people
sorry.
I've heard. Go on.
Wait, 7 hours?
Mm-hmm.
What was
Yeah.
there like a?
So-
it was a high.
Why
Why was it
what's
7
going
hours?
on at the moment?
It's because of the way that they prioritize calls. So broken wrist is put down as like, so I can't remember how the actual grading system goes, but say for instance, if you're waiting for it's like a predicted 7 hours. So if, like, say for instance, you're the next in the queue to get an ambulance, and heart attack, breathing difficulties,
You
or
get pushed down.
say for instance, if there's a child that's got like high temperature or something like
Oh,
that,
children
something that's
should
basically
always take
that's
precedence.
graded.
They prioritise, yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
prioritize the ambulances out to them first, and they
Yeah.
will always
Are-
get the ambulance. So if
Do
if
the
you're
ambulances work for the hospital, or are they privatized, or what?
not,
It's
NHS.
It's all NHS.
I'm sorry. What? Sorry, you all said the same thing.
National Health.
Oh, okay. Because in America, a lot of the ambulances are, I think they're privatized. Basically, you just have so many of them, so many companies, and so there's just a ton of ambulances around. there's-
So I have noticed recently, and it's been increasing more and more. I've seen company ambulances recently. I've seen St. John's ambulances on the road.
Yeah, I've seen
Where
so
that.
they exist.
normally-
Privatized ambulances do
But
exist.
this is the past like year or two that these have started
Oh.
coming
I
about.
think
So
a
Well,
lot
that's
of
a good
people have
thing.
started insurance, aren't they? Insurance,
Um,
healthcare.
Mm.
Oh no! They work for the NHS. They
Oh,
sub
what,
to
as
the
agents?
NHS.
Subcontracting. Okay,
They
okay,
okay,
that's a
sub
good
to the
thing.
NHS. I think that so there are some company ones where the NHS pays them. So, say for instance, if like say, as an example, like if like the Stoke area, they've got enough ambulances, they're coping with demands, but Manchester isn't, then
Yeah.
that ambulance will then get switched over to Manchester, and they'll then start taking calls. But then St.
Oh,
John's,
okay.
I think, is a charity thing. They're not getting paid. I think they're not getting paid because it is a charity thing.
How
And I
much?
have-
Yeah,
have
they rely on
seen-
donations, I think.
I've
Right.
seen a fire brigade one.
Have
It has
you?
fire brigade.
Ambulance?
Okay.
Okay.
It's an ambulance marked up with fire with that, but it had like Greater Manchester fire on the side
Oh,
of it.
weird. Okay.
Yeah, it was very. That's
How
very,
much
very
do you
weird one.
think it costs in England? Oh wait, you probably already know the answer to this. In England, how much does it cost the individual in England to actually get an ambulance?
The
And,
individual.
the person who's injured, whatever, the insurance company, whatever it is. How much does it cost in England?
We don't know.
How much do we pay?
Yeah,
It goes through the NHS, David. It's a
Yeah,
different.
It's just free.
So you
It's
have
free.
to have health insurance, don't
Yeah.
you?
okay. Well, Tom already knows what the next question is going to be. Tom, why don't you ask the question that I'm about to ask?
How much does it cost you for an ambulance?
Yeah. What if I told you it cost $1,000 to get a trip to the hospital if you had no insurance? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Wow.
I would think it would cost more. I
is a
read a
lot
story
more.
that it costs
It's a lot
about
more.
$25,000.
It depends. I think 25 it might be a helicopter, but
2,500 or something.
yeah, but no, yeah, even $1,000 is a lot. It makes you like,
Wow.
how injured am I? How injured is your kid?
Can I drive?
Yeah, you're like, oh boy, yeah, But yeah, again,
they reckon it's £225 per ambulance
in America
Oh,
or
okay.
in the UK.
In the UK,
Is
that
how
sounds
how
about
much
right.
it actually costs to deploy an ambulance out.
Go on and
Actually.
go on.
That's a
Google
lot
the
cheaper, isn't
Google
it?
the UK. I mean the US.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. You know,
But it depends on state to state. It depends on like
does.
there's a lot of different factors, and there's like the 999 call center and stuff like that. We've gone way off on a tangent because we were supposed to be talking about the joys or the lack of joy from not working and sitting in the house all day.
maybe we should finish
Right.
that topic.
Do you know
Yes.
what? When
No,
I was
sir,
on
go on.
maternity leave, oh, go on.
No, it's not. We're not doing that. We're going to hear Chloe's story. Go ahead.
Go on.
I was just going to relate to it of being on maternity leave and having 9 months off. I
9
refused to do
months
it
off.
9 months.
Well, that's what you can have to, isn't it? I didn't.
right,
I
yeah,
had
yeah,
6
so
months.
obviously-
I had 6
The
months.
difference,
I couldn't do
there
anymore.
though is you're kept busy with a newborn baby, isn't you?
This is true,
Um,
but I literally
yeah.
I hit 6 months and I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm going back to work now. I can't deal with this
I
anymore.
was the same. My my eldest Levi was 3 weeks old when I went back.
Wow.
I was going to
no.
say
3
that.
weeks.
Wow.
I was going to say
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me if Chloe had said that she was breastfeeding
what
Right,
weighing
well-
people on the
well-
weighing
at the
bridge?
wheel of a Volvo.
while loading skips up.
Well, that wouldn't be surprising, but it would be, obviously, what would be
It would make
surprising
an
is
interesting
if you
YouTube
were actually
channel, wouldn't
driving.
it?
But yeah, god damn it, yeah, that's so you're again just to remind everybody else what the topic was. The topic was what it's like to not be working. Is that correct? While
yeah.
being
Mm.
injured, and how much you're looking forward to, or as well as adding to the fact that you're not getting paid too.
Yeah, I mean, I did 2 shifts last week to see how I got on with it,
How did you get on?
and all right,
Now,
okay, but
is it your?
it's-
I
you've
know
got to
I
learn
can
a
see
new
you on
way of doing
YouTube. Right?
things.
I can see you right now. Is it your left or right hand?
My left.
Now, you're driving on the. You're right. Okay, so would you shift manual,
No, automatics.
automatic?
It's
So
more
what
the
do you do
curtains
with
and
your
that,
left
isn't it?
hand?
Pardon?
What do you do with your left hand at your job? That you absolutely need it.
Basically, it's strapping down and
Yeah.
opening and closing curtains.
Oh, okay. So there's a ton.
and hitching up and things like that. I tell you what, I found difficult. The leg winder.
Oh,
Because
right,
my
yeah.
wrist,
What's a leg winder?
my wrist to pull the legs up and down on the trailer.
Handle? Leg
The
handle?
landing,
landing
legs.
gear. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I couldn't do it like that. So I had to have my hand on the side of it and then just go like that, if that makes sense, and try.
Gotcha.
It was so hard to
Wait.
do it.
How do you
Wait.
do it?
How do who?
You
do
have
it?
different types of legs, don't you?
Well, no. But
I just do one
I-
leg, one arm.
And
I could have one hand
do
in my
too,
pocket and do it.
But I do it on one. I just grab the same
Yeah.
bit like that, and I don't
But you can
do it like that.
a bicycle.
What's
can't
like
you?
that? The
Well,
people
okay,
on the
But it goes-
audio-
it goes-
right. So,
It goes-
there's doing it like a bicycle, and like so.
Yeah.
If you think of it a bicycle, so you can grab
Like
one
bicycle
pedal on one hand.
pedals.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about having I grab it so they've
Both
got
hands on the
both
handle,
hands on one
basically.
pedal, and then
Yeah,
turning it
that's how
around
I
like
do it.
that.
Yeah, that's how
So
I do it.
I feel I can put more force into it by doing that.
Yeah.
How many
Well,
gears do you
I'm
have
going to
on
now.
landing
Two.
gear? This is a trucking website, by the way. So once in a while, we're going to talk about truck driving. All right. So you got your high gear and your low gear. No, but do you? How do you even how can I even put this into audio? Okay, so you have your handle. All right, at the very top of your
Yes.
handle. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a hole. All right, and in that hole, meaning as someone I would say a hole, like a pipe hole. Okay, let's say you got a normal pipe, correct?
Okay.
Okay.
So like
All
a
right.
hollow
Do
pipe.
yes, and you put that whole hollow point into another bar, and that allows us to where you don't actually have to use the bicycle.
What as much strength, basically.
Correct.
So extend the handle is what you're trying to say.
You can put it into it to where I basically just use one finger when I'm cranking my landing gear because I'm able to put that pipe into the other pipe kind of part of it. I know, you know what I mean? I've made an entire video on this.
Yeah,
if you go to
yours
my
sounds-
channel, My Trucking Skills on
God,
YouTube,
putting in
and
something
search
else.
landing gear, you'll actually get to see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, but I don't know. I'm trying to picture, like, do you guys have the same over there? as in like where you
It's
literally
different.
you're connecting one pipe to where it's just one long pole now. So all you have to do is just crank, and then when you're done, you pull it out, it drops down, you hang it up.
The arm is quite different on various trailers, so it depends on the trailer you've got.
Either, are they? Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you call it
Yeah.
out there? What is it's a leg winder, is it?
Landing gear.
Or landing gear?
No, we call
You know,
it the
when
leg
I
winder.
when I was in truck school and they kept saying landing gear, I'm like, but airplanes have landing gears. How do trucks?
Yeah.
What are they talking about? I was so ignorant with everything. Every time they had a word that was normal, common knowledge for most people, it wasn't from me. No, like bobtail. Like for like a week, they kept saying the word bobtail. Like, what's a fucking bobtail? Who's Bob?
It's like learning a new language.
You know.
Why do I have to be so interested in his tail?
But so yeah, So I don't think anybody have actually answered the question yet. Really,
No, I don't think we have.
of the
no.
topic.
Oh, yeah.
When you're off, it all depends too on how much. Now, you said you weren't getting paid, so yes, unless you actually have some money backed up to keep.
I had savings, but they
you
only
shouldn't
last
have
so
to- you
long,
shouldn't
don't
have
they?
Yeah.
to savings. I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. As in, like, there's been definitely times where I was sick. Where like, all right, normally I would fake being not sick. This time I'm actually sick, but it's actually costing me money, you know. And I can hear you.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. But
It
again,
sucks.
but there was one time when I broke my, I rolled a really heavy pallet onto my toe, and I basically there was I burst one of my toes, and there was blood everywhere, you know, all that good stuff. And again, I was.
Well, you're not wearing Steelies.
No, you don't have to. You just got to not wear flip flops. That's the only rule. Not flip flops.
That actually has to be a rule. Wow.
Yeah, so I rolled a pallet. Again, I only had to take 6 pallets off versus 20 as you would normally. But again, most of the time, the forklift drivers would do that, but they were busy and like, okay, we'll get you an hour and a half. I was like, all right, well, we have like, 10 pallets of paper of crisps. All right, extremely light, but we have like 6 pallets of Gatorade. All right,
Right.
and so I didn't have an electric pallet jack. It was just, so I had to get a run to it. So the Gatorade pallets were in the very front, so I had to really get a run up because you got to get over that steel plate. And
Yeah.
I ended up rolling over my toe, screamed bloody murder, and eventually it fell off. And of course,
Eventually it fell off. That's
Your toe.
not a phrase I ever wanted to hear in my entire life.
I hopped to the restroom,
See,
and I was like,
are
I
you
looked
missing
over
a toe?
because all I did. What?
Are you missing a toe?
No, I'm not missing a toe.
Well, you said
It sounded like you were saying your toe fell
Yeah.
off.
You said that you fell off.
It fell off.
The pallet fell off.
Right. I
That's
thought you
not
meant.
what I heard.
Okay.
Me neither.
Okay. I hear what I said.
I heard, and you were like, eventually
Yeah.
it fell off, and I'm like, what?
Like, that's just a natural thing that happens. Yeah, it just fell off eventually. It's all good.
That's the Irish for you. We were like, and then see the toe fell off, and it was grand. I carried on unloading everything else. Okay, so eventually a pallet jack rolled off my toes. All right, to where I can
ouch,
move.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm glad we've got
So
that
then-
clarified.
I hopped to the restroom to find out what the damage was.
Oh,
All right, and I
no.
looked. I'm like, all right, no damage. All right, it just got squished. A little bit squished. No big deal, all right.
Just a
And then
little bit squished.
And then I was about to walk away, put my sock back on, and like, oh, I see a pool of blood.
No.
So it ended up bursting my toe. But anyway,
Oh, wow.
We need a massive disclaimer on this episode. Jesus.
That's gross.
What's wrong?
That's hideous. What do you mean?
Well, no,
what's wrong?
it
That's
just the
hideous.
seam. Just the seam. It
That's
doesn't like
not
flatten it out.
making it better.
It is making.
What do
it
you
a
class
little
as
bit
the seam?
Yeah.
Okay, see this? Okay, for people on YouTube, okay, this is not my toe I'm showing. This is my finger. All right, it's just this little line right here. You know,
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
What? It's not that bad.
Oh,
It probably
it
sounds worse than it
really
is.
bad.
Does it? Okay. Well, it was painful. But anyway,
Yes,
No one in this chat was at any point has thought, "Oh, that doesn't sound painful. That sounds like I'd be happy having that done to
but
me."
it was just a line. Anyway, I got it. Whatever. I had another co-worker come pick me up, take me to the take me to urgent care, and I got stitched up, and it was grand.
Oh,
You know what was funny though?
no.
Again, I'm not going to show a picture of this. Maybe if you
Oh no,
actually...
please don't.
Yeah,
No.
please don't.
No. There's actually, and I did a video one time for my wife, my proposal video. I have a proposal video, like
I've seen it now.
a crazy, ridiculous
About
proposal
bloody
video.
time, Tom.
And I know, right? Where I actually showed a picture of my toe. But my wife finds it absolutely hilarious how my toe looks like. And this is whatever. My toe just naturally looks like this, but it looks all curved and shit where it looks broken. So, and the doctor went to look and like, so what's wrong? Oh, I see what's wrong here. That's actually not. That's actually not the toe. That's just what it looks like.
That's great.
Yeah. So if anybody actually wants to see that toe, go to my YouTube channel, mytruckingskills.com, YouTube or whatever.
Which video? You'll have to link the video.
But just search wedding video. I don't know. Just it's a really good video. I'm very proud of it. You know,
I really want to see it.
It's you got to watch the whole thing first. I don't know exactly what part of it, but there's anyway.
Right. And if you have a foot fetish, we'll link you some pictures as well. So there you go.
But that wasn't anyway. It was just I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad, but it was just I had to get stitches. 10 days off work. I didn't because because the company was actually paying for my release, my injury, and I ended up getting paid more than I would my regular job. Is
Holy
because
crap.
because
Well,
I
then it was
worked so
definitely worth
much
it.
because I worked like 12 hours. 13, 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. All right. They took that, they divided it by 40, which is the hours a week that you should be working. So I was actually making a ton of money per hour.
Just by being off sick.
Yeah. So I was like, oh no,
Holy
it's really
moly.
sore. I don't know if I can go back
Not
right now.
ready to
I
come
I
back.
tried taking it off.
Milk it for every
Oh,
penny.
I milked it
We'll see
for
if we
as
can do
long
another
as I
week of
could.
this.
You know what I mean? It's like, so they took like, all right, well, we got to get you back to the doctor just to make sure. Of course, the doctor like, you're fine. Fuck off.
Get
out of
fucking
here.
back to
You're
work.
going back to work. God damn it.
Well, I've been off work 10 weeks now.
10 weeks?
Wow.
Yeah. My physiotherapist said that it'll be at least 12 weeks before I can go without wearing this.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, that's a different story. 10 weeks. 10 days versus
but-
10 weeks?
But I will say, out of your story and Nessa's, even though she had a much worse injury than you, hers
Yours
was
sounds
a
horrific,
lot
yeah.
worse. That somehow sounds worse, or maybe
It
it's just
does.
the way that you were describing it. But that sounded horrendous.
Oh, it wasn't the way. He was just like, yeah, it was fine. It was just hanging out. It's all good.
It was funny. I had to clean up.
eventually
I had to clean
fell
up the
off.
blood as well. I had to get so many paper towels and clean the blood up because it was a white tile.
Oh, stop going back to it.
All right.
Well, if it makes my story sound worse, the anaesthetic nearly killed me, not the broken wrist.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow.
Tell us a little bit more. We have time.
Well,
It's only Christmas Eve.
I was supposed to go in for day surgery. I was only supposed to have like a day surgery and come home the same day. But I had a really bad reaction to the anaesthetic. I ended up
no.
in hospital for 6 days, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, oh well,
That's
I got
awful.
waiting on hand and foot. I can't...
Oh my God, yes.
I can't complain
love
about
part
that.
of it.
Yeah, that's the only part. The rest of it is boring.
Watching
Wow.
Jeremy Kyle all day.
Like, I don't
He's
even... I don't
cancelled
watch
anymore.
TV, so that
You can't
doesn't
watch
bother
him
me.
anymore.
Why not?
Jeremy Kyle?
He's cancelled.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think
I think he did
he's back on. He
Who's
came
Jeremy
back
Kyle?
on this year. Yeah, he came back on this year.
because he killed someone,
Wow. Well,
No,
How
no,
did he
it
kill
was
somebody?
he didn't.
one of his
directly.
guests.
I felt like
One
he-
of his
he
guests
murdered someone
committed
or
to-
stabbed someone. Or something.
It's not quite that entertaining. No, one of his guests committed suicide, didn't they?
Yeah,
After
but it was
the-
like meant
a
to
few
be
weeks after the show. Yeah,
Yeah, directly for the show, wasn't it?
yeah.
I mean,
So he got
what do you
cancelled.
expect when you go on that show, though?
I still don't know what show you're talking about, but I'll Google
It's
it.
like-
Just a guy got,
It's like
Jeremy
your
Kyle is
Jerry
like-
Springer.
Yeah, like Jerry
Yeah.
Springer.
but more British, more budget, and worse somehow.
More
Yeah.
budget than Jerry
Much
Springer.
worse.
Yeah. It's pretty garbage. Like,
You know, I actually, before I moved to America, I thought everybody was like people on Jerry Springer. Because that was
and now that you have gone to America, it's completely true. They are.
honestly, what were like before I moved to America, we didn't have the internet and all that kind of stuff. It was we did, but not the way it is now. You know,
Mm.
and it was just I just figured everybody was dumb as fuck. You know what I mean? I really did. And then I started talking to my ex-wife at the time. I'm like, well, you don't sound like you're from Jerry Springer. You know, I don't know. It was just so weird. It was life changing in a way. Like Americans are not as bad as you thought they were. It's just that you hear about the extremes. The
Yeah,
extremes are
that's the
people
problem.
from
That's because it's more entertaining.
It is very much a land of the extremes, isn't it? It's either the most rich or the most poor, and the most
But
just the way it is.
Tom, what's your thoughts on the topic of Nessa?
Gross things are gross.
No, okay. Well, no. The topic was like, how would you deal with being off for so long? Correct? Am I correct?
So I've got 3 days off for Christmas.
And you're ripping your hair
out.
And
the thought is killing you.
By the 3rd day, I'm going to be climbing the walls. I think. I don't think I will be climbing the walls. I enjoy it, but then I kind of start thinking, but what do I do when I'm not working?
You end up just doing nothing, don't you, half the time? Because you're just like, I just don't know what to do.
There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
There's only so much housework you can do, so much reading you can do. Do you know what I mean? The only thing I've actually enjoyed about it, really, is being able to take Ollie to school and pick him up without worrying about whether I can sleep properly or not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can imagine that's a good one.
I've enjoyed doing the school runs properly again rather than having to rush it and drop him off at the door and run. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I a terrible person for my kids in daycare? Okay, right? And yes, I'm already a terrible person thinking about this, but
it's not a good start, mate.
Are you going to say you can't wait to drop them off at the door?
No. I enjoy my kids for a couple of hours before I drop them off at daycare. You know what I mean? But the criteria for my daycare that I chose was it was the closest to my house.
Less driving.
Well,
less
you say that, but my school that I send Logan to is the closest to my work.
Well, don't you that's not really a choice, is it? You kind of have to go.
Oh no, it was a choice because I could have sent him nearer home, but no, I sent him near my work. So
I did that.
Okay.
I did that with Ollie as well.
Yeah.
He was in a school close to where I worked.
Yeah,
it's when I was at the Schoolyard.
Yeah,
because you can do your school runs and stuff around your shift and everything. Yeah. Less childcare to pay.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the choice I made, though. Like, I couldn't be happier. Like, if they're actually listening to this podcast, because we are world famous, we have millions of listeners. You know what I mean? So totally. maybe they actually are listening, but they're actually a wonderful daycare.
Do you know what I find funny as well, Chloe, about Skipyards?
Yes.
They're one of the few trucking companies that allow you to have your child in the truck.
But
it's one of the most dangerous jobs.
Yeah.
It's one of the most dangerous jobs.
Mother, as we have found out at my work recently, we've had 3 lorries. 2 rolled.
The third one?
2 rolled and 1 crashed, just span out.
Oh wow.
When did that happen?
About 2 weeks before the other one rolled.
Oh no.
Lord.
So we have
your boss is loving you a lot.
We have got like 4 Ro-Ros and that is it. We've lost all our Ro-Ros pretty much.
Damn.
I'm in a rental one at the moment.
It's getting trucks at the moment is not easy.
Is it really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is a waiting
There's a major truck shortage and there's a backlog where they were saying at James Booth that they put their trucks on order the year before, so last year at some point, and the first of the trucks aren't going to be coming till next year, the beginning of next year.
Yeah, we got told when we went to order some of ours, and plus we are part of Volvo technically because it's all one partnership at us. 18-month waiting list just for a lorry.
It's mad, isn't it? That's mad.
It's crazy.
Absolutely crackers.
So, we need to get to our final segment.
Okay.
The segment that everybody has been absolutely waiting for. We are going to talk about our movie. What do we figure out what we're going to call this segment, by the way?
We need to play on words.
So we didn't.
No,
so that was the answer to that question was we didn't figure out what we're actually going to call this segment. But anyway, we're going to imagine that there's a book club, but it's a movie club. So we're going to talk about a certain movie that we all watched this week.
Which is Elf, a film that let's be honest, we've all watched at some point already.
In our lives.
Because it's Elf.
How have you not watched Elf?
It's Elf. It is the funniest Christmas show ever.
It is the Christmas film you've got to watch. It's like, when that the Coca-Cola advert comes out, it's the same thing.
Holidays
you've got to watch Elf.
Holidays are coming.
That one.
Did they not set on fire recently?
What?
The Coca-Cola truck set on fire, I'm sure.
Isn't it a cartoon?
No, it's a real
Is
thing.
that real?
It's a real
That is
thing.
real with all the lights and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's right. It's an American truck too. It's got the nose and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
not a big thing out there, is it?
It's set on fire in Romania.
Oh
Wow.
God.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay, so
This is not
That's
coming
right.
to us then.
In fairness, not one part of that sentence surprises anyone, I don't think. So there we go.
all right. So we're talking about Elf. What are we supposed to talk about again? That it's like awesome.
It's
that
the
Will
best
Ferrell
Christmas
is just
song ever.
brilliant in every way, and how I loved it so much.
So I've got some facts for you. That's what I thought I
Oh!
would do.
Go
I
on
thought
then, go on.
I thought I'd bring some facts for you.
I love facts.
I found this one here to remind me of the facts, but so you know the section though that was, do you remember the scene where he's eating the spaghetti and candy?
Yeah.
Yes.
That had to be recorded twice because the first time he vomited.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Apparently it was absolutely, and apparently he got headaches loads after because the amount of like sugar he'd been eating.
Oh my God.
The role was actually
what?
meant for the role, as in like basically Jim Carrey was supposed to play Elf.
Oh, I'm glad they went with Will Ferrell.
Really? No,
Yeah,
Will
yeah. It's
Ferrell's definitely the right choice.
Will Ferrell, this was his first leading role.
Was it?
Yeah.
No. He was in
Yeah.
Blades of Glory and stuff like that. That was...
Wasn't that after?
From I think that must have been after, because what this has said was that this was his first one, first leading
No.
role, and a lot of it was filmed actually in New York, with not a lot actually kind of like just basically they just got some cameras, sent him into New York as it is.
Oh, I
So a lot
have
of
heard that one. And
So a
just
lot of the
literally wang
reactions
it, yeah.
are actually real, and there were several car accidents because
the people
of this.
but the people that are actually on camera, so you got a lot of reaction from regular people, correct? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have to like sign a waiver saying they're okay to be in the movie?
I think they're in a public area. They're allowed to be filmed.
Okay, as long as it's not kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Fair enough.
I guess so. But yeah, that has made it so much better, really, when you watch that back now and you know that fact. It's good.
He was supposed to make a sequel and was offered. I didn't say it on here, but I read on one place, £24 million. $24 million he got offered for it,
And he said no.
He
Was
turned
it
it
not
down.
too far
No.
after that? I don't know what the dates are, but when Ron Burgundy came out there, or what is that? Anchorman.
Anchorman. Yeah.
Was that around the same time? Because
It's silly comedy, but it's more serious. This is very, very silly comedy, isn't it? Is Elf.
This is so
what
good.
you're saying is not silly comedy. Anchorman?
Anchorman. It's
That is
silly.
ridiculously serious,
but-
ridiculously silly comedy.
It is, but I don't know. It's not childish silly.
Oh, okay,
Well,
it
by
was
the
not
way, we do.
childish silly.
Anchorman needs to be. Well, actually, no. I tell you what. One film that we need to have on this: Talladega Nights. Talladega Nights. I love that film.
Oh wow, the
Is that the one
NASCAR
where
one.
he's the
Okay.
I
Shake and bake.
I still quote Shake and Bake, and in fact, when me and my mate go out and in the truck, and like we're going out, so we'll send each other a quick Shake and Bake, and I don't know what to do with my hands. Just put them by your side. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
All right, we watch that another time. We will tell you what movie we're going to watch next week at the end of the segment. As movies go, it's like I feel like it's one of the most. It's for comedy purposes. It is the ultimate Christmas movie. It is just too good. It's fantastic.
It's not though. Violet Night's the ultimate Christmas movie.
Oh my god! Nobody has watched Violet Night yet.
God.
They will though.
So
Next
good.
year.
It's not comedy, is it?
How about next year? All right.
So many people
52
died,
weeks.
and it was hilarious. Right,
52
sorry.
weeks from tonight,
So
we
it
will
is a
actually have
comedy.
that as it. All right.
Violent Night. Tom, is that the link you sent me the other day?
Yeah, it is. What's up?
Oh God. I've not checked it out, by the way. I do have a confession to make. I've not watched Elf either.
What?
What?
Wait, you've never seen Elf?
Is this why you're so
I've never
quiet?
seen it.
How have you never watched
never
it?
seen
Oh
it.
my god.
How have you gone this many days of your
I
life
think I
without
may
seeing
need to
it?
edit Nessa out of the entire podcast for that. So there's going to be a lot of confusion throughout the entire episode
I
where
just
we're
do it
going
when
to be
it's blank
reacting.
space.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's it's
I think
like not watching Game of Thrones.
Oh, I've not watched that.
That I've watched.
How?
That I've watched.
How have you never watched Elf?
I don't watch TV, and I don't subscribe to like Sky and crap like that. I just don't. So I miss out
Not
on
even
all
like
that.
what? I just what?
Honestly,
No.
I just there's so much I haven't seen, and I generally don't watch things unless people say you need to watch this.
Okay, you need to watch Alf.
You need to watch Elf.
Yeah,
Guess what I'm watching tonight.
You are watching Elf.
I've been forced. I'll be honest with you. I've never watched Elf willingly. I've only ever been forced to watch it by someone, either
It
by
was
you
really
guys
highly
or a
rated as well,
girlfriend at the
wasn't
time,
it?
or one of them things. And I've always said at the end of it, oh God, it's so bad. But secretly,
It's so good.
You love it.
secretly,
You love it.
I do enjoy watching it. It is.
Oh, you
a lot of fun.
can't. Yeah, it's just so easy to watch.
So I know that Elf is when was Elf came out? Like 2000, something like 2000.
It was early 2000s, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what was the movie that you guys grew up with? All right, that you would watch every single time? Because I know in America, basically, it was The Christmas Story, which I've never seen. All right, but there's an actual channel over here that we actually play that 24 hours a day. Well, for 24 hours on like New Year's Eve, a Christmas Story, whatever. Right? I've never seen it. Don't care to see it. Whatever. But did you ever watch the Santa? I think it's called Santa Claus or the Santa Claus. It was basically
Well, with Tim Allen.
No. This is like earlier. When I was a kid. The guy from Third Rock from the Sun. What's his name?
Yes,
the
I know
dad.
what you mean.
He was in it, as well as Dudley Moore was in it. He was like an elf. Do you know? Are you kind of figuring out because it was called the Santa Claus?
Oh
right.
shit! Fuck. I
But
can't.
I
think what it's
watched
called.
it
Is that's the one where there's like a really blatant Coca-Cola product
What advert
placement
in
in
it?
it.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure that's the
Probably. So I used to every year when I used to go to my cousins, I don't know what it was called, but it was a cartoon we watched with a duck and these sheep that used to Irish dance in the middle of the field. I remember every year, no idea what it was, but that was what I used to watch.
No, never that. You're
Nope.
you're alone on that
No
one.
idea. It's like an ugly duckling thing. I don't know. But yeah, it was Christmas themed. No idea.
What about you, Nessa? Is there when you were growing up, was there a certain show that you watched every single year? It was always on Christmas Day. Because a lot of times we watched it because we only had 2 channels, and it always played it. So we got forced to watch it and we knew it was going to be there too.
There was something else, yeah.
Yeah, it was just called the Santa Claus. It was just I don't know.
I remember watching the Santa Claus quite a lot growing up, but we watched things like Mrs. Doubtfire and stuff like that as well.
Oh,
Home
Mrs.
Alone.
Doubtfire, yes. Yeah. Home
Okay.
Alone, yeah. Just got my kid into that one.
Always Home Alone, especially.
I was always
when
had
it came
to.
out.
My mum always put on a Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah,
watched
that was the other
day.
one, yeah.
That's so good.
I might have seen it when I was younger. I just don't remember. A lot of stuff got pushed out. You can only hold so many memories of videos and movies before they start becoming new again.
Yeah, this is true. Before they remake it and ruin it.
Or not that they remake it, you rewatch it and like, I've seen this, but I don't know what's going to happen next. Not until
I
see
watched
that
Home
particular
Alone.
scene.
Yeah, I watched Home Alone again the other week because of Logan, like I've said, and you just like, wow, this is actually still really good. It's great. Whereas I remember it being rubbish. I never liked it, but now I love it.
That's the thing about this particular segment. We talk about stuff, but
It's Santa
We come up
Claus
one
the
film
movie.
and we move on.
Santa Claus the movie. There we
Right.
go. And what was it? What was the name? What was the name of the main? Well, actually, I'd say the main bad guy, which was actually the guy from Third Rock from the Sun, the dad. What's his name again?
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow. All right, from Shrek.
And then
That's
Patch
right.
was Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore.
Joe
I got that
was
one right.
Christian Fitzpatrick.
Don't know.
Mrs. Claus, Judy Cornwell.
Don't know.
Don't know.
What's
Some
your,
good
what's your
talking about
favourite
Alfie.
recent one?
What?
What's your favourite recent
Christmas
film?
film?
Christmas film, yeah.
Oh, we
There's
all know what
one
Tom's
called-
favorite.
Oh, we know what
Christmas
Tom's is.
Violet Night.
So good.
Can you do it in the same voice that you do for the intro? By the way, people that may not know this, but the intro that you hear every single time, that is actually Tom's voice. And not the very first part, the music part.
Is it?
No, it's not.
It is you. You said it was you.
No, I never said it was me. We
Tom
actually
lied.
we got no. We actually got a voice actor to do that bit.
Fuck off.
Genuinely, I paid him on Fiverr.
I thought it was you.
No.
Yeah, I asked you if that. Maybe you were fucking with me. You probably were fucking with me.
Probably.
I believe it.
Probably.
Yeah,
Come
that makes more sense. You actually got a voice actor to do that one because I can picture it being you. You know, like grasping your voice. Just another trucking podcast.
No,
You know?
at that point there, I still wasn't quite as I don't know. You can,
Not
you
as
can
raspy.
hear it.
I can hear you in the voice though.
I think now I could do it, and I could. Yeah, I think I could do it now, but
Oh,
I think we should all do it.
yeah.
yes. We need to do it. We need to do
New
a new
intro.
Yeah. All right. I think we've rambled on for long enough. We talked about Elf.
I think so.
I think it's a great movie. I think it's fantastic. It really put Will Ferrell extremely on
In
the
the
map,
hot spot,
and
yeah.
he was just too funny in too many situations.
Yeah.
The snowball fight, you know, a bit silly. It seemed very, but okay. He grew up with snowballs his entire life, so I can understand that he can turn his hand into a machine gun with perfect aim, hitting those children.
Yeah, totally.
okay.
Makes total
You know.
sense.
Yeah.
I really
Spoilers
need
for
to
anyone who
watch
hasn't
this
seen
tonight.
it.
You have to watch it. Literally.
I will. I'll watch it tonight.
It's on Netflix.
Do we
Oh,
have
that's
another
it.
movie for other people to watch next week?
Didn't we come up with one earlier?
Did I say rock and roll? Oh, Snatch.
Was it not Bill and Ted?
It was Snatch.
It was Bill and Ted. It was Bill and
I
Ted.
think we
mate.
changed
That's
it
what's
halfway
up.
Where can we watch?
through.
Where can we watch
We
Bill and Ted?
changed it halfway through.
Yeah.
Now TV,
Bill
I
and
think the
Ted's-
new one is.
Bill and Ted's excellent. We're going to do Face the Music.
What, the
What's
new
Face the
one?
Music?
I think it's on Now
Um,
TV.
I don't
It's
have
on,
Now TV.
It's on Prime Video. So you
Okay,
can
most
watch it on
people
have
Video.
Prime.
So the new Bill and Ted Face the Music will be the next one.
Okay, I've never seen it. Have you guys?
Nope,
I
I'm
have.
very
I
excited.
can't
Oh, wow,
remember
we're
it.
actually
I
going to watch a
haven't-
movie
yeah.
that we haven't seen before.
Yeah,
This is going to be interesting.
I'm
Awesome.
excited for it.
Let's
Right.
do
Oh
it.
yeah.
Should we end the podcast here?
Let's end the
Yeah.
podcast.
We want
I'm
to go.
fine with
Right.
that.
I need to go and
All
do
good.
fucking rapping, so yes.
Oh yeah, Santa Claus is coming
Right.
in a few hours.
Thank you so much for listening. And if you haven't listened, how is it you got this far? But we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Oh wait, not goodbye yet. We
Oh.
have.
Oh.
We forgot to plug Nessa, the mother trucker. Correct? Is that what it is? We have to plug.
Yes, it's Nessa the Mother Trucker. I'm only on Instagram now and Facebook.
Okay, only on Instagram, but please go
Yeah.
check her out.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can say goodbye. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.